Don't worry, Sharon. I'm sure that disguise will completely fool everybody. Hey everybody, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we finished up our free day and got ready to head out to Legram, and this time we'll be doing just that. But first things first, I want to go over how I've set everyone up. Reen, I think this might be about the same. He has the Gladiator headband to boost his CP recovery, as well as the golden emblem, which is just a really good stat buff overall. Foggiest, I have helped buff him for defense. He now has 1200 HP, which is, or sorry, 12,000 HP. A very big difference there, as well as a solid buff to his defense with his Mishi plushie. Elisa, I have decked out for pure CP recovery. The true Gladiator headband gives her a little bit of extra strength, which is fine. Also gives her another 60%. By the way, the Gladiator items do stack together, so you get 90% up there, so you would get 19 CP per attack with that. Gladiator belt also gives her an extra 2 per. And then Sharon has the red pendulum to prevent some statuses. Actually, that's a little bit useless on her because of the prevent petrify. Let's actually go with that. That should, yeah, okay. Status protection is something that is pretty important coming up, so I want that. As for our quartz, Reen is set up pretty well buffed all around. He does have the usual information and detection on him. Good things for Reen to always have. Foggiest is set up to be our debuffer, and a buffer as well, with Lafort. He also has a Shield Breaker, Voice Breaker, and Spirit Breaker. Voice Breaker not too helpful, but it is better than Leg Breaker. Elisa, same deal as always. She is here to inflict statuses, Blind, Poison, and Seal. She also has Harvest to give her some nice support moves, as well as Luck is pretty good as well, and EP Cut is a very good thing. By the way, for Foggiest, he has the Breaker 2s. You get this, you can just spend a normal Breaker with some U material at the pawn shop to get up to Breaker 2s. As for Sharon, she kind of has a little bit of everything. I wasn't really sure what to do with her. She has Crest, which is pretty decent. She just has a lot of rares on her. Hair is pretty good as well. I mean, Breath is fine. Not really gonna run. Dragon Vein is gonna be good because she's going to be killing so many enemies. And that EP recovery is pretty nice. Everyone else is de-equipped entirely. Another thing about the pawn shop. This pawn shop is not actually a full one. This is something I actually forgot about in my first in the playthrough of Cold Steel 1. At pawn shops, there is a luck-based chance to get items that you have missed. Namely, in my case, Gambler Jack to Chapter 4. I will have a sort of luck-based chance. I will bring this up later on, but there's some weird stuff with how pawn shops work in this series. Don't worry, we'll have a chance to get that. No big deal. But with all of that, our preparations, that's the word, are complete. We will travel to the end of the valley. Also, no, I couldn't figure out how to edit the save file, so I didn't just add that in. Could have sworn I got the book, though. Reboot complete. Returning from an active state. Awakener and secondary contractor waveforms detected. Looks like he's got more than enough mana back now. Yeah, we should be able to use the Spirit Path anytime we want. I don't think I'll ever get used to this thing. These soldats are amazing, but Divine Knights make them seem downright ordinary by comparison. Panzer soldats certainly can't compare to the Divine Knights in terms of individual strength. As they can be mass-reproduced and used in a wider variety of strategies, however, they do have their advantages. Of everything we've done so far, I'll bet the Alliance will be more than on guard against the Ashen Knight than before, especially since they have a Divine Knight of their own. We need to avoid using Valimar carelessly for the time being. Good point. Right, keep that in mind. Still looking at him, it's hard not to be glad that he's on our side. Can't argue with that. After all, it's only thanks to him that we were able to drive all the Alliance forces out of Nord. He did it in style, too. All in all, we're just gonna need to be aware of our own limits and do what we can. We can use Valimar in our strategies, but we can't expect him to bail us out every time we're in a bind. Kind of denies the chance to grow, and we need to do just that if we're ever gonna find our rightful place in this world. Couldn't agree more, Reen. You know that I got your backs all the way, too. And with that said, our next destination is Legram, right? That's the one. Time to grab the last of us. But just to be sure, could you double check that for us, pal? Acknowledged. 2 waveforms detected in Legram to the south by southeast. All vital signs appear normal. 2? It's not hard to guess who those 2 could be. Wait a second. 2? Last time I asked you said there were 3! He did, didn't he? Oh yeah. What's the area then? Include Crow for obvious reasons, but that still doesn't completely narrow things down. It's either Eustace, Laura, or Emma. Makes you wonder why they left too. Our detection mechanism is not perfect. The results can be influenced by energy flowing through the ground. Alright. In other words, if the third person is on the move or aboard an airship, you wouldn't be able to sense them. I see. That could account for the discrepancy. I understand your concern, but the situation in Erebony is changing constantly. Don't get very far if you let yourself waver for something this small. With Captain Claire, at the very least, we know that 2 of your classmates are there. You don't need to freak out just yet. Just choose who's going and move, okay? Yeah, you guys are right. Any ideas on who should go or stay? For start, I think we should stick to traveling with the same number of people as we did last time. So, 4 of us. Tovalo and Captain Claire, I'd prefer if one of you came along as well. Does that work for everyone? If I may be so bold, I'd like to add my name to the list of choices. Should you agree to let me join, it would be my honor to serve you to the utmost of my abilities, whether Lady Lisa is with us or not. Actually, that'd be great, Sharon. No matter how you slice it, having her come with us will be a huge help. Just 2 of us will be able to remain behind and survey the village. Sounds good to me. Thanks, Sharon. We're happy to have your help. In that case, I don't know why it does this. This is, like, it has all the setup. They could have just done what they've normally done and just not, you know? Whatever, it's fine. They're all set up. I've gotten everything set up beforehand. It's fine. Time to go. You guys ready to head out? I might find someone's been keeping an eye on the guild house for me while I've been away. So thanks to them for me, okay? I'm not sure if I have any reason to drop by, but if you do, I've got a feeling they'll lend you a helping hand. I don't see why we can't. Take care and have a safe journey. Bye-bye! I think it's time we depart, If you would, Celine? Right. Valimar, open the spirit path. Our destination, Legram. Acknowledged. Activating spirit path. Valimar's voice I got down. It's a very easy one to get to. Nice and low and robotic and all that good stuff. And compared to the rest of us, Mathis maybe looks a little bit too casual, but it does make sense. He is the only one wearing his casuals out of any of us. Sharon, of course, does not have any casuals, and luckily... Well, okay, no, it's good optics on you all for having the girls staying back. You know, because they're both wearing skirts. We're being nice and PG here. We don't want any lewd fan servicey moments. Not that that's stopped the series before. See also the very first meeting with Elisa, all the way back in the beginning of the game. Speaking of, there was something I wanted to bring up. I do want to start my topics, because I like having topics to talk about regarding out-of-game things, the out-of-universe things regarding a game. So voice actors is a big one. I'll talk more about other things later on, but I will. That's something I haven't quite gotten to yet, but we get there. Sure is foggy here. Thank goodness, we've arrived safely. This must be the thick fog that I've heard so much about. It's where we felt that archaism. Between around the Airball Highway. Oh, really? I've got more than archaisms to deal with this time. The higher elements seem to be active in this area as well. It's like they were when that cryptid appeared. Wait a minute. Does that mean something strange is happening here too? My. Stay on guard, everyone. On the highway to the south will take us to Legram. Once there, we can ask around and see if anything's seen anything off. Alright, let's... Wait. Have you been to Legram before? That doesn't matter right now. Let's just go. She totally has been here before. The Airball Highway. This is a weird area in terms of how it works in the game.
Look! There's a
Similar to the Nord Highlands,
no problem,
we will not have access to a good chunk of the area for a good chunk of time. It's weird. The game is weird sometimes.
May I?
And Sharon right away started by inflicting a seal.
My turn.
Very nice. Sharon is so good.
No problem.
Again, Sharon is ridiculously good. And I think this makes sense. Even if I'm not the biggest fan of Mathis, we're not gonna just, you know, let him be unbound. It makes more sense to have Elisa and Sharon be teamed up together. Bolster that up.
With pleasure.
The Greedy Reapers are pretty easy to deal with. And there we go, we inflict sleep on them. Again, we're already seeing why Juggler is such a good Master Quartz. 2 attacks, 2 random statuses from just a normal attack. It's only 1 enemy.
Very well.
Juggler is insane.
We mustn't tarry here too long.
Right there, Elisa levels up to level 66. Very nice for her. One thing I actually want to do as well, Mathis is quite behind on levels, so I will give him Megalith. Would be nice to get that XP boost up to like a 1.3 maybe. Right there we get Flame Tongue. Flame Tongue is the fire equivalent of what are they called? Like the Frost Edge and
We got this.
the like. I'm good at words.
May I?
Get some Rose Shrooms.
My turn.
Again, right away, we're seeing Juggler be so useful already. Hopefully, Sharon doesn't let me down like she did,
No
or
problem.
like Fee did, rather, in the entirety of the first game. Or not the first game, the entirety of
With
Nord.
pleasure.
That was disappointing.
Here I go.
Mute right there for Sharon. You can make an argument that Sharon would probably be a little bit better with the
No problem.
the Elisa statuses, but she only has 2 lines, so
With pleasure.
it's not the most useful out there.
Attack.
Right there we inflict Faint
Gotcha.
and Nightmare.
Here I go.
Nightmare is a base chance as well.
Now's our chance.
Faint
mine.
is so good.
I
Oh.
can do this.
Oh, the 3rd one returned.
With pleasure.
And
Leave this to
Nightmare
me.
inflicted again.
They're off
Again,
balance.
3 inflicted there. Again, Sharon is so good.
And not a scratch on me. Impressive work.
1.9 times. Marcus is hopefully going to level up pretty quickly. We see that there's already a treasure chest right here, so let's go and get it. Shouldn't we head out to the highway first? Let's head down the hill. Yeah. Now, one thing with this area,
And here's the highway.
We'll need to turn right to reach the town then.
this area is one of the few times I have ever had any difficulty with frame rate. The fog just does not do well on some systems. I'm not having a problem because I am now on a PS5, but I remember when I first played through this on my PC.
I can barely see where I'm going.
When I first played through this game on my PC, as well as when this fog happened
That one looks
in Cold
nasty.
Steel 1,
Try to be careful, everyone.
there was a lot of lag issues. If I remember correctly, those even showed up in the
Watch out.
series.
This is a tough.
With pleasure.
Which was a little bit annoying. Get a Gordy
move.
Schnar. Inflict
No
Faint,
problem.
inflict Nightmare. Oh, I don't like that palm having Death
Now,
Blow.
time to strike.
Right.
Lower your speed. We can delay
Now's our chance.
do it so that
Got
it
you.
will be Sharon's turn on that Death Blow.
Yeah.
Perfect. Gordy Schnar, these guys, Schnars are pretty annoying. Or, is they Gordys? I
Oh,
don't know.
please.
Point is, they're annoying.
May I?
And a lot of twos.
No problem.
Grass Palm, let's fire out a Molten
You're
Ray.
not getting away. Molten Rain! Now's our chance. Time to
Let's also
finish.
do a burst. Why not? We're gonna have
Give me.
to fight another group of bombs, but it's fine. Find another group of bombs and fight. Either count.
Let's move.
But it'll be nice having another Death Blow, especially on
Leave this to
Sharon,
me.
who actually hit,
They're
unlike
off
me
balance.
apparently.
Got you.
May I?
And we even got the Nightmare on there. Again, Sharon already showing her worth.
That was a cinch.
2.3 times, Reen levels up to
Great.
66. Very good there.
Oh my. What a lovely chest.
me when I... No, that's too easy of a joke. But I want to make it anyways, so me when I see Haru. Let's go with Haru.
Bring it on.
I'm not going to say as much.
May I?
No matter what I say, I'm just going to dig myself a deeper and deeper hole, so it's fine.
Foggiest, activate.
We're going to get a death blow on the Analyze. We got this, guys.
Now your chance.
Nightmare expected. Very nice from that random status. Was that one?
Leave this to me.
Wow, very convenient. Let's Earth Lance these two because they are not moving quite yet. Oh geez, 44.
May I?
That's not insignificant. Spark Arrow, just because we have the Zero Art. Always good to use the Zero Art when you have it.
I'll give you a boost.
Thanks.
No chance of missing.
I can do this.
There's very few characters where you'll do less damage.
We made it out in one piece.
Yeah.
Exactly how it.
When you have a Zero Art, use it. Anyways, we cannot continue on beyond this point either. So it leaves off the main path. Legram's nearby. Yeah. They just really like cutting you off from exploring a lot of areas initially.
My turn.
Leave this to me. Eat that.
No problem. Very well. Bring it on.
My turn.
They decided to approach me. That was their last mistake. Let's throw off
May
some
I?
of Sharon's attacks.
How about this?
Binding chains.
Die.
Yarn nearby. Attack.
Gotcha. Death awaits you.
And yeah, Sharon, incredible. Just incredible work from Sharon.
Break.
Snailbreaker, get the crit.
Now's our chance. Got you.
Alright, we're still fairly early game, and we're starting to see some of the synergy that the party tactics can have. Of course,
That takes care
all
of them.
held up by Sharon. I don't know why there's the weird white light. Right there we get Shining, and that boosts up a little bit. The gradual HP and HP, gradual recovery when it's low. It's not great because that does also die out after Elisa's revive hits. So, yeah, it's a pretty lackluster ability. But Angel is still a top. It's an amazing, just fantastic Master Quartz.
Is that Legram?
Just for the
My
revive,
turn.
Angel is one of the best Master Quartz because it saves you a turn, it saves you an item, it saves you so much. Well, we're here. So this is Laura's hometown, is it? It feels sort of mystical. I think what Laura meant when she described it as a place of mist and ancient legends. Time to get to work. So our business is figuring out who and where the two Class 7 members in this region are. I want to start by asking the Bracer Guild. Total did ask us to pass his regards to whoever was there, too. A wonderful idea, Masterine. Just imagine what kind of useful information they might be able to share with us. Let's go. Excuse me, is anyone in? Mama, you appear to have visitors. Come on in, door isn't locked. Oh. Hello, and welcome to the Grand Branch of the Bracer Guild. You don't seem to be from around here. Can I help you with anything? One moment. You look awfully familiar. Might you be Laura's classmates from Class 7? Close. Oh, are they acquaintances of yours? Indeed, they are Lady Laura's treasured classmates. I hadn't expected we would next meet here. You must be the Arcee family butler. I believe we share very similar professions. Allow me to reintroduce myself to you. I am Klaus, and I serve Viscount Arcade and his family. I am most relieved to see that you are all well and in good health. I'm certain that Lady Laura will be very happy to see you again. Then, Laura really is here? She certainly is. She's been staying here with Lady Emma for some time. Although I fear you just missed the two of them. They left not long ago. So you're the Class 7 I've heard so much about, are you? Sarah and Toval are always going on about you. My name is Miles. I'm currently serving as the receptionist here at the Legram branch of the guild. Do you mind filling me in on what you've been up to? It sounds like play has been happening on your end. So Laura came here immediately after the war broke out? Correct. She arrived with her other classmates and has been residing here since. You're all here now as part of her journey to unite everyone, huh? See? I had no idea so much was happening in the shadows of the Civil War. When I've heard talk of an ash-colored knight, I didn't realize it belonged to you. It sounds like you fought rather well over in Celtic and Nord. You know about that already? Guild's information network never ceases to amaze. Suppose it saves us some time explaining what's happened. Factoring in all that you have seen elsewhere in the country, it certainly does appear that something unusual is happening behind the scenes. Perhaps the strange circumstances in the Legram of late are connected. What's happening here? Is something of concern happening here? Yeah, a couple things actually. First, we have never before seen monsters appearing on the highway, and second, we have this thick fog that hasn't cleared for a month now. It does count as unusual. I know fog here is an ordinary enough occurrence, but the fog lasting for an entire month is beyond abnormal. Indeed, this is no natural phenomenon. As such, the townsfolk are beginning to grow rather disturbed by it. With Viscount here, I am certain he will assuage their worries, but alas. Is he missing? He is. We've yet to hear anything from him after nearly a month. He left in the direction of Heimdall aboard the Courageous when the war broke out, and we've been unable to reach him since. Must have been when he went to Trista. Well, it is Viscount Arcade we're talking about. I find it hard to believe anything could have happened to him. We are in agreement. I'm of the belief that he is simply biding his time and waiting for the perfect chance to act. It's a great loss not to have him here at a time like this, but on the bright side, the Noble Alliance's power doesn't quite reach this far, which leaves us free to focus on dealing with problems like these. Klaus has been a wonderful help in that regard, as have Lady Laura and Emma. You've both been helping with the guild stuff, huh? Do you have any idea where they are now? Said something about them going out earlier, didn't you? Indeed, they left not long ago. Emma said she sensed something out of the ordinary over at the Legram Castle. After that, they heard they were aboard a boat to investigate. Is that the castle we learned about in one of Instructor Thomas's lectures? You visited it during your field study here, didn't you, Reed? Yeah, we encountered some pretty strange things there last time. And only the two of them went there? Yes, I did try to convince them to do otherwise, but they remained adamant. They insisted, if we cannot do something as simple as this, how can we hope to see our friends again? I can hardly bring myself to press the matter any further after hearing as much. I can easily picture it. When she gets an idea into her head, there's nothing stopping her. Given the circumstances, it's only right for us to go and help them. I agree. Let's head to Legram Castle. Here, just as I heard you were. I'm sure they'll be most relieved to see you. Please assist them however you can. I will see to running a boat for you at once. As soon as you're ready to depart, make your way toward the pier. Thank you, we will. Well, let's go and get ready. And indeed, we shall get ready for next time. Yeah, if you're looking at the time in the video, you already know that it's not going to be happening this time. But, yeah, next time, we go and meet up with Laura and Emma. But until then, see you guys later.